Hello students. After a short break, we are going to continue with our subject OCM and 6th chapter directing. Till now, we have completed the second element, that is the motivation, characteristics of motivation. Now, to that how a person will be motivated, right? That a particular study done by the various experts. We are going to see today, that is the hierarchy needs by Maslow. That one need is satisfied, then and then only the person is going to think about the another one. Okay, right? So Maslow, in his article of Principle of Human Motivation that was published in the year 1943, right, he has given the five type of hierarchy needs, right? See, a man, that is individual, they are differ from other person, their mental state that is different from other person, right? So they are going to what, they are going to having that need that is in a different way. Okay, right? The person will only be motivated if the needs are satisfied. See, each and every individual, each and every person, why they are working, why they are doing some sort of a work or some sort of a task, to fulfill the need, right? If my need is satisfied, then I will be motivated. If not, then I will be not going to fulfill the another need. Getting my point, right? So motivation, that is what it is required for every person. But here Maslow has identified, or he has given the five type of needs, right, which are going to be prove useful for understanding the concept of motivation, right? See, it is an important topic. It can be asked into the 5 marks of a question, right? And diagram that you need to draw. From here you can see that there are five types of needs, starting with the physiological needs, safety needs, and social needs. These needs are a lower needs. That means these are the primary or basic needs that each and every person need to be fulfilled, right? Basic needs we can say, physical needs we can say. The another one, that is esteem and status needs, another is self-actualization and self-realization needs. These two are a higher needs. That is, mostly these needs are intellectual, that is the psychological needs, right? Understand the diagram. You need to draw this diagram in your notebook. Okay, right? Starting with the physiological or primary needs for every person. What are the basic needs? Primary needs, that is food, shelter, clothes, right? These are the what? These are the basic needs. If these needs are satisfied, then and then the person is going to go for the another needs, right? This comes under the basic needs because that each and every individual, those who wants to survive, right, those who wants to work hard, those who wants to live longer, they need to fulfill these needs, right? Food is essential, right? A hungry person is not going to that he's not going to go for another need. The hungry person is only going to give importance to the food, right? A person cannot think about the another needs unless and until these basic needs are satisfied, right? If these needs are not satisfied, then a person is not going to think about another one. Getting my point? Okay, so physiological or basic or primary needs, this consist of what? It consists of food, water, clothing, and shelters. Okay, right? These basic needs, if these basic needs are satisfied, then the person can go for another one, right? So according to Maslow, right, the first and foremost that a person, each and every individual is going to satisfy, is going to think about, that is these three needs, or we can say four needs, like food, water, clothing, and shelter. Okay, right? Second one, that is safety needs, right? See, safety in terms of what? Like suppose for an example that we are living in a particular society, right? But it is not safe, right? That any kind of fear of a theft or fear of anything, right? Fear of that communal riots, right? These things are what? These things are going to affect the particular mental status of a person. Same way, in a business unit, when a person is doing a job, right, but he's not sure about his position, he's not sure about the longevity of a person who's going to there into the particular organization or a business unit. Like suppose I'm the one who is the not given the guarantee that is you are the permanent employee, so will I be able to concentrate on my work? No. Getting my point, right? Like suppose I'm going today, tomorrow they are saying no, okay, no, you are not going to come because your performance is not good. So what will be the outcome? Outcome is simple, that yes, I don't have that job security. So this safety needs, it includes what? It includes that physical safety, that yes, that safety that it will be available, job safety, safety against the risk, and regularity of wages, right? This security against the risk, that is that insurance that the person is going to take to overcome the that risk or to reduce the consequences, that is the risk, right? People, those who wants to, that future is uncertain, that they are going to save money, right? Because irregularity of a wages, it can be there. Okay, right? So all these things, that is what, that is safety. That person, whatever that they are earning, whatever they're, wherever they are going to go for a work, they are going to think about what, they are going to think about this thing. They're going to what, they're going to find out the safety, right? Safety is essential for each and every person. If safety is not there, then the person is not going to, that he's not able to concentrate on the work, right? And safety is necessary for the mental peace. It is necessary. Okay, right? Mental peace, if a person is having a mental peace, if he's a, that intellectually or mentally stable, then and then only that person can focus on the work, that efficiency, effectiveness of the worker, of the employee is going to increase. Otherwise not, right? I'm assured that yes, my wages will be regular, safety will be there of my, that is job security, it will be there. So obviously what will be the outcome is simple, that yes, I will be what, I will be working with my 100% capacity. Okay, right? Then third, social needs. See, man is a social animal. Man is a social animal, right? That each and every individual, they need affection and a love, right? Love from his family, love from the, that co-workers that they are working, their superiors, right? Society, friends, relatives, everyone. Okay, right? If he's felt, that isolated from the society, if he's feeling that, that yes, no one is there for to understand the particular feelings of a person, feelings of a human being, then that person is not going to be, that person, see, man, or that we can say that, from the four factors of production, man is the only living being, right? So he will be, or she will be affected by each and every, that environment or atmosphere that is surrounding them, right? Like the if he's having a personal problem, then also it affects the particular, that professional life, right? If he's having a professional life problem, then it can affect the personal life also, right? So social needs, that means what, it includes love and affection from whom, from this, that is, that getting respect from the family members, friends, relatives, as well as by the colleagues at the workplace and others in the society, right? The person must be feel valued, that yes, this person is living, he needs love and affection, and most importantly respect, right? If respect is there, then obviously that person will feel motivated, right? So after that, first is about that basic needs, another that is we have seen about the safety needs, another is social needs, right? These three needs are the basic or primary, or we can say the lower needs, that each and every individual is going to require or is going to fulfill this, or he will try or she will try to fulfill all these type of three needs, right? We can say it is the physical needs. Then next is esteem and a status need. What is esteem and a status need? Like suppose for an example, that if I'm working as an assistant teacher, fine, right? Every second person, third person, they are going to work as a teacher, assistant teacher. But if I'm working as a principal, then it creates the, that impact in the eyes of the society, right? It will create the status. So what a human is going to try, that after the fulfillment of all the first basic three needs, then comes the status need, the esteem need, that yes, if I want to what, I want to achieve the higher level of designation, I want to achieve the higher level of position in the company, in the business, wherever I am working, whether it is a school, whether it is an industry, whether it is a service sector or whatever, I will be what, I will be try to acquire the higher level of designation or a position. Getting my point, right? So it is considered as a high class need, right? Okay, yes, I'm working as a particular manager in any company or in a business unit, then yes, my status is going to increase, right? And ultimately the status, it will what, it will automatically create the respect in the eyes of the colleagues, in the eyes of the co-workers, or in the eyes of a particular that fellow workers like subordinates, and in the eyes of a society. Getting my point, right? That if a person is 10th pass, a person is graduate, there will be what, there will be the people, those who are going to look, that society, they are going to look with a different kind of status. Getting my point, right? So that is what, that create the esteem and status need, right? It is a psychological state that a person is going to think about, yes, I want to achieve the particular thing, I want to achieve the, yes, I want to achieve the state of that higher level of position, so that my that that my esteem, my status, that is going to increase. Getting my point, right? That that people, they are going to show off, okay, yes, I have a car, I am working as this particular person, I have this much of a that costlier bike, I have this house, everything. That is the status need, right? Okay. Then self-esteem and self-actualization is, this is important. Okay. And when you have achieved something in your, that whatever the skill that you have mastered, right? But still you are not doing anything for the other people, you are not doing anything for the society, that to prove yourself, but to improve yourself, to prove to yourself. That is called as what? That is called as self-esteem or a self-actualization needs, right? That yes, the person who is already accepted the best in the field, in the respective field, that example that I given, that Sachin Tendulkar in the field of a cricket, right? You can see that why he has scored a 200, that is double century in one day international. He is the first person, right, at the age of 37. Why? What is the reason? Right? 36 or 37 the age was, right? Because he wants to improve himself. He's going to prove himself, yes, I can do better than this. That is self-actualization, right? Once the skill that has been developed, once the skill that has been mastered, once the name that has been there, but still you are doing it for what purpose? To improve yourself. That is called as what? That is called as a self-actualization or a self-esteem needs, right? Once the acquire the top position, yeah, fine, that yes, you have achieved the top position, then also you need to what? You need to improve yourself. You need to give your 100% to, that to give that something new to the particular respective field, right? Like Sachin Tendulkar, Amitabh Bachchan in the field of acting, Lata Mangeshkar in the field of music. They are the, they're the well-known person. They don't need to prove anything. They don't need to do anything in their field, right? The name is enough, but still they're working, right? See, Sachin Tendulkar, he has retired at the age of 38, right? But he has recorded that, that from the that almost 2 decades he has given that that immense contribution towards the, okay, right? Take the example of Dhoni, right? 2007, the first T20 World Cup that we have won. 2011, that World Cup, and third, that is for 2013, the Champions Trophy, right? He's the only one. He's the only captain who has achieved all these 3 trophies. Why he wants to do this thing? Because self-actualization, self-esteem. Okay, yes, I want to do something for my nation. I want to do something for myself. Getting my point? So that the people are going to remember. Okay, right? So these 5 are the needs that has been identified by Mr. Abraham Maslow, right? This question is being asked into the 5 marks, right? You need to draw the diagram, you need to make notes from it, right? If you have any doubt, do let me know. Thank you.